Why does Progressive work hard for truckers? Because truckers unite the world. They unite kids with their first drum sets and parents with earplugs. But truckers can't do this if they're not on the road. That's why Progressive has over 360 heavy truck employees to help truckers stay on time and on track. Quote truck insurance today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
For a small business owner, every day is full of surprises. Some great, some not so great. Like when a client cancels their order at the last minute. But here's a surprise you will like. Progressive provides small business owners with 30 customizable coverage options to help keep their business going strong. So go ahead, surprise yourself. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates and third-party insurers. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why customers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Are we on?
Yeah,
Can you count me in?
You're in, bro.
I can't hear the snare in my headphone. Can you turn up the snare?
Oh, there you go.
Ah, thank you.
Sometimes I sit back and you did a little Eminem for us.
That's right.
Nick, did you pick that up?
Did not. Sorry, it was over my head.
I don't know. The song that you threw out there was not the song that I thought.
No,
it
it's
was.
not the one.
Oh, okay.
Can you turn me up my headphones?
I got no snare in my headphone. There you go.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what it is.
It might be that one.
Now it'll bug me.
I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the paper, the news, every day I am. Radio won't even play my jam.
You know, I gotta hope that when I'm a grandfather, I'm not dyeing my beard jet black.
Cleaning out my closet.
Like Eminem does. You know?
Are you hating on Eminem?
I'm just saying, look, I'm just saying I like Eminem. Maybe we don't dye the beard.
Yeah.
It is an aggressive color of black.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree. And I actually prefer my M&Ms hairless.
Excuse me. Wait.
Sure.
You know, I'm saying this as someone who definitely has the most gray hair in this room. A lot of people ask me, Nick, are you going to dye your hair? I'm 30. What am I? I'm 39.
Yeah.
And people have asked me before, are you going to dye your hair? And I say, no. I don't want to.
Yours looks, I would say your hair looks just like blonde. I would say like a cool blonde.
It's definitely gray on the sides.
It's gotten grayer.
I'm not looking for people to make me feel better. I understand what my hair looks like.
I will tell you this, and I'm not trying to kiss your butt because we're friends and we would be very honest with each other. You look cool. You look good with it.
Very much.
Your hair looks good.
Distinguished.
But, you know, you see some folks that are even in their 50s and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm talking about guys.
Yeah.
And, you know, on Monday I see him and old Steve, the neighbor, he's got some gray hairs.
Sure.
And then on Wednesday, he's taking out the trash and just dipped his head in some paint. What's going on?
Go ahead.
Oh, it's even weirder going the opposite direction. Like my dad would do it, and I didn't really clock it. I wasn't paying attention like when he would do it, but he would dye his hair just from in whatever. And then like a couple months had gone by, and my dad showed up and just like completely straight, white, gray. Like his hair was no color at all. And I was like, what in the world? This man aged 25 years.
I recently was looking at my high school yearbook. And then I saw some pictures of me, and I did this is like the most dad thing I've done recently, where I kind of looked up what's going on in Turkey.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I looked up. I was like, dang, my hairline when in high school was
Something's
like
different here.
Like if I comb my hair back, it was like a straight across my forehead hairline. now I got that like dad widow's peak, and it like
I do too.
it's definitely gone back a little bit in the last few years, and so I started looking into this whole Turkey going over to Turkey because apparently it's affordable and they have some good stuff going on.
I've definitely heard people say be very cautious about medical tourism, because you just never know what you're going to get. But JC, just like you, I see people going to Turkey, getting great results with hair, with teeth.
My
with
BBL
anything.
from Guadalajara was great. Just if anybody's thinking about doing it, do it.
You said it was in like a random garage, right?
Yes,
Down
it was.
the street.
Yeah. Concrete mix right there next to the tank.
And his name was Dr. Loco, which was crazy.
Hey, now tell me, this is a stereotype that I've heard before. Hispanic men, Mexican men don't go bald. Is this?
Oh, no, they go bald.
They do?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I hadn't like put it all together. Hadn't been like, oh, who's a bald guy?
In fact,
like Danny Trejo's got a bunch of hair.
Mike, and I'm
Mexican.
That's the only Mexican you
Name
know.
another one.
Like, I think
Fluffy.
because I'll be honest,
Great hair.
and I'm gonna put my cousin on blast because A, he doesn't listen to our podcast, and B, he doesn't speak English. But my cousin Rafa, he went full bald at like 23.
Okay.
Like, so yeah, there's bald dudes in Mexico.
Gotcha.
It's out there. It's happening.
I was like, wow, what a cool. That's up there with the black guy stereotype. Like if like you're Mexican and have like you're always gonna have good hair. Like if you're black, you're always gonna have a giant penis. You know what I mean?
I thought you were going to say always look really young or something.
Which unfortunately, that stereotype was destroyed by P. Diddy, allegedly.
I don't know, dude. I've been watching videos and boy.
True.
No, you have not. What is going on?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You just got a flashback to what Trey was like before he was married. That was the conversation
Old
we'd
school
have.
Trey. I said I went back to high school, so did Trey.
Trey's sleepy right now.
Sorry, guys, I
He's
don't
off
know.
his game.
Wow.
Okay, hey, while we're talking about hair, let's reel this into our podcast here.
Okay.
We're talking about hair. I work from home for the most part, and so it's the summertime. My kids are home a lot of the days. They might have a couple hours of a summer camp or something they go to, but then they're home most of the afternoons. And it's been great, wonderful. I mean, I really love getting interrupted every 3 minutes with a question they just asked me and they know the answer to. But the other day, this was maybe a week ago, man, my daughter has not come to talk to me in quite a while one afternoon. And, that's what you want. You want the kids to go play by themselves, to entertain themselves, to be self-sufficient,
But silence.
So that can be a good thing, but sometimes silence is not a good thing.
Uh-huh.
And so, thinking, okay, let's just go check on her. Let's see what's going on. And she's just hanging out in her room. She's fine. No big deal. But she looks a little different. And I can't quite tell what it is. Okay. And then later that night, Blair's walking around. I think she's going to like brush teeth in Ellie's bathroom. And she's looking. She says, Ellie, did you cut some of your hair?
Oh.
Oh, no.
And then I guess there was some hair by the sink. At some point during the day, I'm assuming when she was quiet, she had taken, luckily, it wasn't like videos I've seen on the internet where a girl will take
the bangs.
A fistful of bangs and cut it super duper short.
Yeah.
Okay. But she had taken just a little strand. I'm going to say 10 hairs. I don't know how many. I'm going to say 10 hairs.
Oh, she dipped her toe.
And it was right up front. So the very front of her hairline, like right where it would kind of part down the middle.
Right.
And she did cut it pretty short, right in front.
Oh.
And so now she just has very long, beautiful hair.
Right.
And just 1 inch of hair just kind of hanging
In the
up like
bang area.
mini tiny bangs.
Nothing you can do with it.
Nothing you can do. I mean, you got to wait however long, years for that to grow the same length as the other hair.
Oh, that is. I love those fails on
they're great.
on the internet where they're cutting their bangs. Those are some of my favorites to watch because you just see the moment of oh
no,
I messed up.
So yeah, there's not a whole lot we can do right now. It does kind of lay like you. I think Blair can kind of do it to where you don't really notice it as much. You can kind of hide it a little bit, but man, it's just like, oh no.
I feel weird saying this, but my kids never did that.
Yeah.
They never cut their hair, and I kind of was low key looking forward to how I would respond to
that moment.
To that moment. But my son never cut his own hair. My daughter never dared touch her own hair. I'm the one that screwed up Kaysen's hair one time because I tried to give him a haircut, a fade.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Why'd you try something hard?
Right.
I thought it looked easy.
Shave it.
I watched the video, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
The video made it look like, oh, you just do this. It's simple. Take the guard down one, we'll go up. I messed up within 2 seconds, and as soon as Kinsey took him to the barber shop, as soon as he walked in, they looked and go, did Dad try to cut his hair?
Yeah.
And Kinsey was like, yep. I was embarrassed.
I had to have told this story before, but I took my dad's like beard trimmer, and I just was like, I'm gonna buzz my hair and just like get a 2 all over. So I put a 2 on from a beard trimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Different.
That's a different length.
Different length than a 2 that you would use for your clippers at a regular hair salon. So I try to go just straight. I didn't like start with the back corner.
No.
Whatever. Just right. Like if you lined up my nose straight back, and then it got caught and stuck. I was able to get that off, but I now just have a row of the shortest hair with, decently long, messy hair on top. And so it's like 7:30 at night.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
As a small business owner, sometimes it feels like no matter how much planning you do, there's always surprises, like an urgent, expensive repair. But here's a surprise you will like. With Progressive, small business owners save 13% on their commercial auto insurance when they pay in full. So enjoy a surprise for once. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
My stepmom is like, we have school tomorrow. Like, I guess I need to take you somewhere. She found one place, JCPenney's, that was still open and would cut hair. And they had to just, buzz my hair to like basically down to the scalp. And I walked into school the next day looking like a completely different person.
Everyone thought you had lice, I bet.
I didn't even think about that, but I was very self-conscious. I remember going into geometry was the first period, and I sat down, and I was like, boy, everybody's looking at me.
Since we're talking about hair, avoided catastrophe with my son recently. I was debating whether I was going to tell the story, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because it happens. I don't really shave all the way. I don't use a razor anymore. I just have a beard trimmer.
Same. I rarely use a razor to shave all the way down to the skin. I just buzz it off.
Do you feel like when you shave all the way, I feel like I look old? Like I look older, not younger.
I feel like I look a little younger,
I look
maybe.
real young.
But if
then my face breaks out. It's not used to it.
Right.
So I don't do it often.
But if I use just my regular, just buzz it down, I feel like I still got a little bit of stubble the next morning, and I feel like I still look sort of cool and like an adult, but not old. So I have that one. And my son sees me use that all the time. My son shaves full with a razor. He's a full razor.
Nice.
He's a dude.
He's a man.
And he was in my bathroom the other day, and I hear my what I thought was my trimmers turn on, like zzz, and I look over, but mine are sitting right there.
Uh-oh.
And I go, oh. And I go, Kason, what? Because he was kind of in. I have like a little toilet area, and I go, Kason, what are you doing? Well, we want to close it. You don't want the toilet open to the world.
Got a water closet.
Yeah.
And so I go, Kason, what are you doing? And he goes, I think I'm gonna use these clippers to just take it down a little bit. And I look, and he has my lawnmower in his hand. Hashtag, not an ad.
Well, hashtag they used to be.
They used to be. It's my Manscaped lawnmower 2.0.
Oh, no.
And he has this thing raised and about to touch his face, and I go, stop!
Everything's in slow motion like movie.
No. I was like, no, Kason. He goes, what? You use it? I was like, not where you think, dog.
Not on my face.
Not where you think. And he goes, what? And that's when we got into the conversation of, Dad has two.
Personal grooming.
Fella's personal groom. And I had to have an awkward conversation with my son that almost touched his face about why Dad uses a lawnmower.
Yeah.
So now, he wants to try it.
Oh, great. Yeah. Can I get my own?
And I was like, no, man, because I don't know how to teach. I don't know how to teach.
This is not something that.
This is a learn on your own system.
Trial and error, buddy. Good luck. There will be some nicks, and you will scream, but you'll be okay.
I'm like, you just let
We've
it.
all been there.
You don't need any of that.
So was that conversation awkward for him as well? I'm sure it felt awkward coming out for you.
He looked like he was. It was awkward for me, for sure. He looked like he was taking it in, like, oh, okay, that's a new realm of manhood I was not aware was out there and existed. And then he was like, why? And then I had to explain the why.
I feel like I grew up in a world, and I grew up in a world that was in between. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a chance that my dad has ever cleaned him, gotten it, never taken it to the hardwood floors.
Okay. Right, yeah.
And then on the opposite side of that is me, grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, coming of age, trying to decide and make those decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, should I?
And not having anyone to talk to
not having
about
anybody. Who am I going to ask about it?
No one.
I didn't know Trey until college. I didn't know. You know what? How I learned? Because I went to high school and middle school and they made us shower together. I didn't learn until I took a shower at football practice in college. And I was like, what happened to the hair?
Something's different here.
What's going on? And in my head, I'm thinking, like, do some people just never get it? And then I realized, no, it's just, that's how I learned. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
On a serious topic.
Oh, no.
We can, nothing serious. I just saw something cool that I wanted to bring up to you guys. So there's a guy named Chris Williamson. Have you ever heard of Chris Williamson? He used to be on Love Island. Now he's got a podcast, YouTube channel called Modern Wisdom. And he is not like, if I would be like, yeah, this Love Island guy has got this podcast, you'd think it was like trash garbage, but really, like, he talks about like philosophy and health stuff. He does like long form programs.
Oh, wow.
He's got a really cool set. I'm not friends with this guy. I have no stake in it, but I just like his content. And I saw something that he posted this week. He is not a father. He is a very wealthy dude from his podcast, television, all that. So he has FU money.
Oh, that's nice.
And so he was doing a little video, just a short form thing about the FU family. So he thinks that the FU family is the rich person's new goal. You know what I mean? So you have something, when you have FU money, it can be, I can do whatever I want.
Whatever you want.
I can get out of anything. Like, if you really do have FU money, I can even do illegal things and still get out of it.
You got life on easy mode, basically.
Yep. And he was saying that he really, really admires and hopes to have an FU family one of these days where, like, it doesn't matter that I have 1 million followers online. It doesn't matter that I have this much money or this many cars. This, like, his goal, his like, I don't have to worry about anything else in the world is if he gets an FU family.
Right. Gets the family that provides what he needs, and they're good.
Right.
Yeah. And the goal with that is to have an FU family where everyone has good morals and a good moral compass, and that everybody is a good person, because that could turn people into a monster.
Right. And he was just saying that. And I was like, that's a great way, the great perspective to have for somebody, and I think there's probably a lot of people in the middle class having children that maybe feel like their careers have stalled, maybe feel like their ambitions have stalled, maybe feel like, all right, I guess I'm just going to go be dad, which is a lot of how I feel. Like, most of the time, like, I know what I'm doing for my career is not going, it's not a moonshot at this point in life. And then I just am like, gotta make something of my life at some point, grow and be. But he gave me a nice perspective of like, I do have the FU family that people with FU money can aspire to. Not all of them do, but I just thought he had a good take on it.
That's great.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that.
And so I just was thinking, I was like, I have a lot of the FU family in my life where I don't have to worry as much about if I'm going to be a superstar, famous. A lot of the other stuff can just
And if it happens,
light
it
off
happens.
the back. Right.
I got to say, this is a similar thought to what you're saying. It's just coming from a different celebrity.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Sure.
has a song called Wish List. And this is something that I didn't think about until my wife pointed it out. And in the song, Taylor Swift she sings about what other people have on their wish lists.
Yeah.
They want fancy vacations. They want to look flashy on social media. They want $1 million. They want these awards. But on her wish list is a family. Mm-hmm. On her wish list is 2 kids, a basketball hoop in the driveway.
Yeah.
That's what she wants. And after this album came out, this new album, my wife was like, oh, that's what we have.
We have it.
Right.
And I had never thought about it. And I thought, I mean, hey, guys, I really like Taylor Swift. But I was like, wow, I have something that she doesn't. Like, name 100 things. Taylor Swift has them, and I don't. But I have what she wants.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, what you're saying, Trey, is, you know, whatever you're coveting, like, it's what you have at home is kind of the more important thing. The other stuff is important.
Right.
Your job, your career, all that, that's important. Your social life, important. But it's the FU family that you want that, as long as this is good, everything else is fine.
I've seen, and we've all seen this quote that says, if you're ever feeling down, and this is not for everyone, but I would say the majority of people, you have what you wanted 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. If you go back to however old you are and you take a little time travel back to 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you have what you wanted back then, today.
Interesting.
And that one hit me like a ton of bricks. Because I'll be honest with you, before I was married, before I had kids, I was a person who was so heavily motivated to get people to like me because of what we do for a living. All I cared about was, I gotta make sure people like me or I'm not successful. If they don't like me, and it created this incredible storm in my head of just mental health downfalls, and like I'm portraying someone who's very confident on the outside, and I'm acting like I'm a cool person outside, but when I would go home, I was the most insecure, just feeble-minded person in my 20s.
Yeah.
And now when I look back at that kid, and I see what I got today, the only thing I truly care about, I still want people to like me, but I only truly care what my kids think of me and what my wife thinks of me. Those are the 3 most important people because I see them every single day. And my son told me he respects me recently. Like I said something, and it was something about another dad was doing something bad that somebody he knows, and he goes, I'm glad you're not like that, Papa. And I said, thanks, man. You know, I'm glad I'm not a bad person either. He goes, I really respect you. And that to me, I was like, dang, that hit really hard because I was out like 15 years ago, before my son was born, I was literally searching for people to respect me.
Yeah.
And I was drowning in that. And now that's totally, that's the one that hit. And I'm like, oh, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Can I also say, people that I, in the past have like really respected, like most of them just end up being pieces of garbage.
Sure.
In the end, and you have to take just a little bit of, take the good and just, let the bad go by and try to just be like, oh, I admire them for those qualities.
Sure.
But I worry about my own son, and I'm sure daughters have to worry about this as well. But like, I don't want them to follow the people that they see as respectable. Like I think back to being like, man, I wish it was Johnny Bananas from The Challenge. He's so awesome.
It was funny.
But like nowadays, I'm like, I wouldn't trade being that ever. Like I don't want to be that anymore. And so it's just really weird.
Yeah.
Well,
thing.
Yeah, I mean, when you're little and you have your hopes and dreams, like sometimes JC says, a lot of times those do come around. It might be in a different form than what you had thought. You might not, like my career, it wasn't everything I thought it'd be, but I got to work in radio for a long time.
Yeah.
And I got to make fart jokes. Like I got to whisper fart jokes in Big Al's ear for 10 years. Like if you told me I could do that when I was 10 years old,
right?
Couldn't think of anything better. And now I'm not in the movie. I get to work for like movie studios, and I get to like see movies all the time, and I get to plan events for movies. Like that's cool,
right?
Like, you're still doing somewhat of what you love. Now I'm pretty lucky. A lot of people, they grow up, they want to be an actor, and they like mow yards for a living. Like that's
right.
So it didn't come to them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's just as you grow up, perspective has to change a little.
And we can't take any of the thing we make in this world with us in the end. But you can leave back a nice little legacy or memories for your family.
But I did want to say something big has happened in my son's life.
Okay.
Oh, what's going on?
Monumental moment. Braces. Braces have entered the Adams house.
See, we did Invisalign.
Oh yeah, has that worked okay?
Kaysen just got his Invisalign taken out. Like, I guess there's an anchor that they put on, and it was a little bit more costly, but it was around the same.
Yeah.
It's just they have to be very on top of it.
Keep up with those
They got to
things.
keep up with those things and trade them out and all that. And he did a really good job, and his teeth came out perfect. And then Chloe was set to do braces, and I talked her out of it. I got her into Invisalign because she plays soccer.
Yeah.
And so I was like, listen, how many times have you gotten hit in the face by a soccer
Sure.
ball? And she said, a couple times here and there. And I go, okay, now add braces to the...
Yeah, it's going to
add
cut
the
your
razor
lips up.
blades. So, but braces, I wanted them as a kid.
Me
maybe.
too.
Yeah. See, as a kid, I had braces, and then I didn't wear my retainer.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so I had great teeth for like a year, and then they shifted, and my parents were like, we paid for braces once. So
Right.
then from like 7th grade when I got them off until I was it was when I worked at the Craddock Show. When I was like 22, I had my top teeth were fine, but my bottom teeth were jacked up. And I was so embarrassed, so self-conscious about it. And then I got Invisalign. Anyways, now I have the permanent retainers on the back.
Smart.
That keep them in place. So make sure your kids get those.
Okay.
Get the permanent retainers.
Okay.
And so is Davis excited about braces?
He was fine with
Is he
it.
happy with them?
It's definitely been a dental journey because he had to do some spacers in his teeth. It's these little rubber bands that they put in between that help spread them out. And then he had an expander, and it goes along the roof of his mouth, and it pushes his teeth out.
You got
a lot of crowding.
And you got to do the key
You got to
turn.
crank it. So you have this little key, and it's the most awkward thing. A kid has to open their mouth wide, and you got to shove this thing in the roof of their mouth and turn a device, and it... over time, spreads them out. And he did that on the top and the bottom.
Oh, wow.
So that's taken a while.
Is it like a zip tie where if you go too far, like you can't go back? Can you go back?
No.
I have no idea. Never did.
No, because you stick it in, and
Right.
the only way to turn it back, you would have to go into their throat, I would think.
I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I don't
You gotta
know.
be very careful.
So we did that, and
A
now
sneeze
this
and
last
you're
week he got braces, and he was cool with them. He got to pick red as the
Yeah.
band color. And so far, so good. He hasn't really complained about them.
That was my
which
next
is
question.
Great. Davis definitely has some kids that have done a lot of this dental stuff before him, and sometimes I hear the parents or the kids talking. I'm like, this kid's a wuss. Like, I don't want to be a jerk, but I was like,
Right.
this kid does not need a smoothie taken. My son got his braces 2 weeks ago. I've got to bring him a smoothie to school every day for lunch because he can't eat hard foods because his teeth are sore.
Yeah.
BS. Get over it. I'm not bringing you a smoothie. But Davis hasn't complained about it at all.
Right.
So far so good.
Oh.
Luckily,
Brace life.
he's gotta not have bubble gum, which is a big deal.
Oh, yeah?
And not have like sticky candies and stuff like that. So that's a bummer. So he's not loving that.
You
But
could kind of sneak some here and there, though.
He will,
I
for
could
sure.
say,
Yeah.
You got some of that. We had a lesson that my son had to learn over in the sports world now, because we do talk about sports quite a bit. All our kids play.
Yeah.
My son's entering high school, and there at the end of the year, I helped coach the incoming freshman at his high school with 7-on-7, which is just catching balls and throwing balls in football. And he caught the attention of one of the trainers that's training the varsity guys. And when they had a little showcase, and he goes, "Oh, how old is he?" And I said, "He's 14." He goes, "Oh, wow." So he's just coming in. He goes, "I would like for him to work out with the varsity guys." And I said, "You don't understand how serendipitous this feels, because I was getting in a mode where I only want my son to train and work out and go up against older kids, because he is a little bit bigger than kids his age. I refuse to let him practice with kids that are going to be in 9th grade with him, because I felt like he was going to just plateau. So I was like, so it's all the varsity guys? He goes, "Yeah, varsity receivers and the quarterback come out." And he went out there and he struggled a little bit, especially getting open, catching balls. These guys are men almost. They're 17, 16 years old.
And they got 3-4 more years of experience.
They got experience. Speed-wise, he's there, but technical stuff, they're there. And so he was really getting down, and eventually he started getting better and better, and he got to the point where he felt like he was competing okay against them. And so I was going to sign him up for a football camp. And I brought it up to him, and I said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna send you down to SMU, to a football camp at SMU."
Cool.
Because he really wants to play. That's his top school right now. He wants to play football at SMU in college. And I said, "All right." So I went behind him and I found it, and I I had the camp ready to go. I was about to purchase it. But before I did, I said, hey, I just want to make sure we have that weekend open for him to go. And Kinsey goes, yeah, he absolutely. And he goes, well, what is it? And I go, it's a football camp at SMU. And he looked and he read the synopsis of it. And it said, from 9th grade to college level players invited to SMU because they're looking for JUCO junior college players. And as soon as he saw college players, he goes, no. And I go, what? He goes, no, I don't want to do it. And I said, what do you mean you don't want to do it? He goes, they're college players. I'm not gonna do good. And I said, that's the point, son. The point is to show up as a freshman and to show these coaches, hey, this freshman kid's going up against high school and college guys. And he was so in his head that I said, you don't want to compete? And he goes, I just don't know if I got it. And so I closed the computer and I said, fine. So then he goes and works out the next day with the guys. And guess who's going to that camp? Mm-hmm. All of them are going.
Oh, really?
And he came back. He goes, hey, yeah, I do want to go. I want to go to that camp. They're all gonna go. And I said, no, you're not going to go now. Because you just learned a valuable lesson that a door was opened up for you of something difficult that you were scared of, and you shut that door. So that door this year is closed. Mm. And he looked at me and I said, you got to start taking things that come your way and something you love that are awkward and that make you feel not very confident about it. And you need to start diving head into it. And he looked at me weird. And I said, that is how you're going to grow. And I said, so you learned your lesson. So next year, I'm going to sign you up for that camp. But this year, I'm not doing it because you shut that door on yourself. Mm-hmm. Did I do the right thing? Because I went back and forth with Kinsey, and Kinsey told me, you know what? I think you did the right thing. Because we don't need to give our kids everything and put it in front of them. They have to want it. And I said, you didn't want it this year, but now you're showing me that you're wanting it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, he didn't want it until other people were doing it.
Right, exactly.
You know, he didn't want to go somewhere he didn't know anybody.
Don't follow the crowd, yeah.
Right.
So I took him out, and I almost gave in, and I was like, no, I'm gonna keep it out because I felt like that was a lesson he needed to learn.
I, with a 5-year-old and 2-year-old, would have given in immediately. But like, oh yeah, of course you want to be with your friends. So I have a harder I can't think of how I would do it with a 13, 14-year-old boy. But if they were like, if he's like, oh no, my friends are eating broccoli, would you be like, nope, no broccoli, can't have broccoli, buddy?
No, that's nutrition, but
it'd be good for him.
Yeah.
This camp would be good for him. I'm just trying to come up with the counterpoint.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think it through.
If he was a little bit older, if he was already in high school, like a junior or a sophomore, I would have given him. But he's got 3-4 more years to do this, and that's fine.
And I just got to imagine once they're at the camp, I bet they divide them up by ages and stuff like that. So like he wouldn't most likely be going up against that college sophomore that's trying to get on SMU, so he'd probably still be with people his age or slightly older than him or height-wise or something.
But I also do struggle with in those instances, I didn't know about camps and stuff when I was in high school.
Right.
I had to, because my parents didn't know anything about that sport. So I had to navigate that myself. And the only way I learned about those things is because my friends were doing it. And so the only camp I went to was when I was a junior because I heard a guy say I'm going to the. And I said, what is it? And he said, oh, you just show up. It's for colleges to maybe find you. And I did it on my own. I went. Mm-hmm. I don't want him to have everything handed to him.
Spoon-fed to him,
like other kids have. So I want him to have that.
Yeah.
So when he showed me, oh, no, I wanted to go, okay, then.
I think what was better was that you listened to him when he said no. Because if you would have been like, no, you're going. You have to go against these people because you blah, blah, blah. That's a whole different ball game of like, well, you're going to make them not want to play.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But I don't think you did anything wrong.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that weekend you do a couple extra drills with him over the weekend, have a little dad camp.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Yeah, he'll get it. It already passed, but he still worked out. But there's always next year, and now he knows.
Yeah. Now he knows.
You got to want things.
And hey, it could be something for him to look forward to.
Teaching want in kids is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got want
teaching
to
the
do
want is hard. Cuz I don't can you teach want? Like, can you teach a kid to want to be successful in business or to be to want to be a dog? Like, I don't.
I mean, I think you teach them by when they don't get something, they're like, oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm realizing things right now. Maybe I did want to do something, this or that, or, yeah. I think he just learned by experience, you know?
And for those that may be thinking, why is JC only letting his son compete against older kids? My mentality with this is when he goes into his season with the kids his grade, that the level, because I play video games a lot, he's right now playing at expert level. And when he goes in to play, he's going to be playing on easy or intermediate. So that's the reason I'm making it.
Absolutely.
You play up or down to your competition.
Exactly.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that for sure.
Yeah,
He'll
absolutely.
grow, he'll learn.
Hey, you see all those people in your neighborhood walking around with a weighted vest?
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And then when they go on a normal walk, they can do a little longer.
I'm that guy.
And Kaysen's a different animal, being a 14-year-old man-child. You know what I mean? like it would be unfair for the children that are in his age bracket that are slightly undersized to go up against him.
Right.
So it doesn't help the smaller kids either.
It levels out. What's going on with your kids, though, Trey?
Oh, I don't know. I'd already talked about my Chris Williams thing. My kids are cool.
How long we've been going? I have plenty of things. But
32.
I've been. That's probably fine.
32 minutes, whatever.
You got one more?
Hold on. Let me think.
My son.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Go. No, you.
My son stopped wearing his life vest in the pool. My
Well, tell us about it,
5-year-old.
Trey.
Okay, so my son, he used to like to jump in the pool, and we had taken him to a bunch of swim classes, and he would still want to wear his life vest whenever he got into the pool, even though he's tall enough to reach the bottom. And now he took it off.
And does he feel excited?
Oh,
does he
loves
feel
it.
accomplished? Like he really
Yes,
did something?
Of course. It's along the same lines as the bike, where he's like, wow, let's go swimming every single day. So he's getting really good at it. And then my 2-year-old will now wear a life vest instead of, he'll wear the life-saving device, so I don't have to worry about him.
Man, when kids learn how to swim, it's like this fear goes away as a parent. Like you're like, oh, he can swim. But then the new one gets unlocked like, oh, he's going to try a crazy dive from the roof.
Exactly.
Let's do it. I want to do crazy dives from the roof.
Yeah,
Let's
me
go.
too.
We have right over our pool is a very big tree, and there's a tree house in it.
Yeah.
And every day, my son asks, can we get a slide that goes from the tree house into the pool?
Oh, you got to, Nick.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to do it?
I don't know. The wood on the tree house is old. Like, I don't know how much longer that wood's going to last. And then it's just, a slide that's going to do that's going to be very expensive. Trying to figure out how to do it.
Slides?
They're yes. I bought one
Ridiculously
slide.
expensive.
Yeah, I bought one. Okay, so when we moved into our house, the tree house had a slide on it, and it was like straight down, and it had a little bump on it. It was not appropriately sized. To the slide. So it was so dangerous that we didn't even let our kids go down the slide. Or if we had friends over, we're the guy that's like, don't go down the slide. Like, that sucks. And so, I had several years where I was pricing out slides, and it was like $700.
Yeah.
It was an
What?
expensive slide. Yes.
And that's like plastic.
Just a
Yes.
slide?
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Like
and so
Tupperware
and
style
now I'm going to
plastic.
need to find something that curves around and it needs to be supported from somewhere. I don't know if that's in the cards, but it would be cool. Maybe I can try and figure out a way to do a rope
swing
that goes over the pool. That could be fun.
Oh my gosh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you don't let go and then you're coming back and you fall on the concrete.
And man, I remember my friend David Rogers, they had a trampoline, the big trampoline. And we were on it all the time. I will never get a trampoline in our backyard. Not a chance. I'm that scared. No way.
My daughter is asking for one, begging.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I will never buy my kids.
Yeah. And my friend David Rogers, it was right under a tree. And so his parents, they nailed a ladder to the tree, boards that you could climb up, and we would jump off the branches of the tree 10 feet up onto are you kidding?
Oh, that's fun.
We're going over to that house every day.
Yeah. And this was also around the time when we were watching Jackass.
Yeah, the Wild West.
Yes. And it was just chaotic. We'd be out there, rain or shine, rain especially. How great is that on a trampoline?
You don't need booze. You don't need any kind of extra courage. Just what's inside of you, your growing little body.
The double jumps you guys probably
come
yeah.
on. Oh. I remember, I want to say one of the last times I was on a trampoline was probably in 8th grade, I think. It was a party at a friend's house, bunch of 8th graders out. Kids from the different junior high were there, and this kid had a big backyard. It was a huge party. It was great. An innocent party. It wasn't crazy
spin the ball
high school party. This was junior high. I remember I was jumping on the trampoline. It was nighttime, and I think I got double bounced. And this is a yard full of people. All my crushes are there, and I got double bounced off the trampoline and I like flew over the side and fell off the trampoline in front of everybody. It was so embarrassing. I didn't get hurt though.
Did it break?
I think my Abercrombie cargo shorts got a little muddy that day.
Oh boy.
So that was a problem. And I think it was a big deal because I was borrowing them from my brother.
Oh, so you got your butt kicked by your brother.
Yeah, unbelievable. But they looked good with my Doc Marten sandals though, so.
Puka shell necklace?
Oh, dude, you know it. Or a necklace from like Hollister or something.
Man, I got a shark necklace once.
Oh,
Like when they were popular. It lasted one day before it got like ripped off.
Curve
Curve cologne. Trey. Curve, yes. Oh, there was another one that we used to wear a lot too. Curve, and it was something in a green bottle. Lucky.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I was a Calvin Klein guy.
I remember going in like junior high, early high school, going to the Abercrombie and trying to buy the catalog.
Sure.
But I wasn't 18, so they couldn't. Because they had to like have it behind the counter, I think, because it was a little risque from what I remember.
Yeah.
So I could never buy it.
Guy in my high school became an Abercrombie model.
Wow.
Yeah?
They found him on the beach.
Wow.
Pretty good.
His name Jose Chavez?
No. I went to the beach a lot in hopes.
Just hoping.
Never.
Just hoping. Abercrombie necklace, guys.
His name was Dylan Cannon. First of all, even cooler name. And he did look like an Abercrombie model. And when he got that, I was like, "Oh, where were you?" Like he's like, "Oh, I was at the beach in Del Mar," and I said, "What street?" He's like, "Oh, I was on 19th Street."
Yeah, what time?
Bro, I told you I went to 19th Street in Del Mar every day that summer, just looking as hot as I could.
Flexing.
Not one model,
Coconut
agent
oil
came up to me.
everywhere.
Well,
What could have been?
do you think you would let your kids be models
Not
like
a
that?
chance.
Yeah.
Zero
Like,
chance.
no way.
No, not happening.
Or let them be on TV. Like,
Nope.
let them be child stars.
Nope.
No.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah. Hey, when you're 18, go for it, I guess.
Actually, maybe TV, maybe, because I feel like Kinsey and I we got this.
So
Yeah.
has I know at one point YouTube channel came around for you, JC. Has the conversation of a YouTube social media star come up again?
Kaysen's got one because he started it for football. Chloe, we let her have a TikTok just to see, or I don't even know if it's like the kids' TikTok. I don't know what it's actually called, but she has one of those. We did get offered a YouTube family contract a while back.
Yeah.
So that's what you're mentioning. And Kinsey and I talked it over, and we said opening it up for people's opinions and their comments on what we're doing right there for us to see every single day.
Right.
And for our kids to eventually see was probably not going to be the best for any of us.
Right.
So we actually turned down that contract.
Yeah.
It's easy to say, don't read the comments, but it's hard.
And
yeah.
And I know me. I would 100% read the comment. I do it at work, and I talk to my therapist about it a lot. And she's like, "Stop! Don't read DMs. Don't open comments." And I can't help myself. It's very harmful.
How about over Davis, Ellie? Like
Davis wants to start one.
Yeah.
Like he wants to do like trick shots and stuff like Dude
Yeah.
Perfect, but no, I don't want to do that.
Of course not.
I don't need him to do that.
Yeah. There's only one. The odds of becoming Dude Perfect now after that, like there's too many.
yeah.
I saw
good.
something like 71% of people, not just like kids, want to become a content creator. Like they're like, that would be my goal, is to be able to make money off being a content creator.
It is way harder than people think it is.
As we sit here and do a podcast.
Sure.
We are.
You know,
But
the content.
Because Kinsey's kind of like a little micro influencer. My wife does like micro stuff. Like she'll get contracts to do things here and there.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of gotten us into that realm. And I've met them and I've seen firsthand the amount of work these girls and these guys and these families put in. And it's a lot, man.
They do a lot.
It is a full time, like wow. I was shocked.
And not everyone's Charlie D'Amelio.
No.
Not everyone's the you get the boom. Not everyone's that kid.
Yeah.
So you also got to be real with yourself. Like, does my kid have the personality to
Right.
be an internet star? Like, I don't want to crush their dreams or anything,
Right.
but I don't know.
I think our kids got it. But it's just,
I will say my son Davis has been a little bit of a producer lately. He gave me an idea. He wants to do a podcast with the children of the show.
Yeah.
Like he wants to have a podcast, like do an episode
Chatty Kitties.
with your kids, JC, with your kids,
totally.
Trey.
Oh,
That
that's
might
actually
be
pretty funny.
chaotic.
Oh, way chaotic.
And I don't know if there'd be much content there. I'm sure there might be something.
Give them 10 minutes,
Yeah.
right? They don't need to be talking.
They don't need a whole
40.
podcast.
I mean, they were not going to come up with all of this gold that we've been
That's
doing.
true. Yeah, how could they? How could they?
Watch them be way better than us.
That's an idea. Maybe before school gets back again.
Yeah, that could be cool.
They can do a tight 15
I dig it.
on something. It'd be hard to my kid mumbles so much.
Right.
It'd be hard to understand everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
And my kids are getting into the too cool teenage stage.
Definitely.
Don't talk anymore.
Bruh.
Yeah. We'll be able to know who Kaysen and Chloe are, but the younger kids might be hard to distinguish. I don't know. Does Hudson talk a lot?
Hudson talks all the time, but I don't think that would I don't think he would make the cut on who's going to be sitting in front of
Oh,
the
and you edit the
microphone.
show, so you edit your son out?
Just sorry, Hudson.
When my kids were about
Hey, get some better content, Hudson.
That's
I'm
right.
bored.
when my kids were about 7 and 5, they did have their own YouTube channel, and they would make I forgot the name. It's like Cam and something. They had they weren't allowed to show their faces, but
Yeah.
they did skits, and
Right.
they had a full on sitcom going on.
That was the one I really meant. I didn't know about the contract thing.
Oh yeah,
You bragger.
yeah. That one.
Hudson's hilarious, by the way. I want
Okay.
everybody. He's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Good.
Really.
All right. Well, I think that does it for this episode of the Chatty Daddies. We've once again solved every parenting issue
right.
known to man. So I hope we have something to talk about next week. I don't know. We'll see. So,
There'll be something.
we'll see. We'll have something that comes
It
up.
always pops off.
Well, my name's Nick.
My name's Trey.
My name's JC.
And don't forget,
Stand up straight.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.